Well, another big story that we're following tonight. Dozens of troubled boys are now in even more trouble, charged with starting the riot nearly a month ago at the Avon Park Youth Academy. And today, Sheriff Grady Judd had some harsh words for the state agency that is in charge of them. Ryan Raish joins us live with more on this. Good evening, Ryan.
Yeah, good evening. Today, Sheriff Grady Judd announcing the end to its investigation into the Avon Park Youth Academy riot that happened last month. The big headline here, as you mentioned, is the criminal charges for the 61 boys involved in the riot. But the other component to this is the harsh criticism from the sheriff to the state agency in charge.
They have totally trashed the place.
The 61 kids who investigators say were behind the chaos and destruction at the Avon Park Youth Academy are now in even more trouble than the day they entered this detention facility.
They owned that facility. They took it away from G4S that night.
Today, Sheriff Grady Judd announcing charges of rioting and felony criminal mischief for all the kids involved. We are not showing their faces because they are under 18. Some face additional charges in the riot that started over a basketball game and 3 cups of noodles. More than 100 officers and deputies showed up that night to take control of the situation, armed with riot gear and pepper spray. Those are the tools the sheriff says could have prevented all of this and the injuries to 8 kids, if only DJJ allowed its security team to carry them.
It's a whole lot easier to give them a little spray than it is to get in a fisticuff with some of these guys.
Judd calls it a philosophical disagreement with the state's policy, and it's why he's sending them a bill. Today, a DJJ spokesman told me the secretary made it very clear that she has no intentions of changing the agency's policy on pepper spray and tasers, but it's possible other policies could change after the state's investigation is complete. When the secretary toured the facility 3 days later, she implied it's not as bad as the sheriff made it sound.
Not what I expected to find, so I'm very grateful and relieved for that.
I was there. Right here with these 2 peekers, I saw a riot. I don't know what she saw 3 days later when she showed up.
The sheriff's office is requesting all the kids involved to be charged as adults, but that will be up for the state attorney's office to decide. Meanwhile, the kids remain at the youth academy, which, by the way, has been cleaned up and repaired. Live tonight in Winter Haven, Ryan Raish, ABC Action News.